You need to know the area of your passion that can drive you to where you need to be. Do you know what triggers excitement for you? Do you know what triggers the best levels of adrenaline that pushes you to action even when there is fear? Those are the areas you need to focus on. We have different passions. None of us is going to be given a perfect earth with electricity and tired roads and buildings and everything. You create the environment that can make your life to become easier. So don't run away from the school of training into assuming that things will become better when you are in the area of your passion. I always want to balance that, but I'm telling you, life is easier when you do things that you love. Hello and welcome to Expansion Revolution Nuggets. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am excited to continue my discussion on personal development cycle. Remember, we are dealing with the personal development series. My objective is simple. Living life in the same place is not a good place to be. We all need to be seeing our lives as progressive, and progressiveness requires change. And one of the elements of change is continuous improvement. And personal development specializes on helping us to find various strategies and models that we can employ in order for us to improve. And that's the question today. Do you have a plan of how to improve your life? Do you have areas in your life that you know they need attention and you need to work on improving on them? And then I think the next question, logical question, is what plans, what initiatives are you coming up with to deal with those areas of deficiency and effectiveness? We all have something that we are working on to become the best version of ourselves. And please don't ever give up on that journey of waking up on yourself. I mean, that's who you are. The best thing you can ever do for yourself in this life is to trust yourself, believe in God, believe in what God says about you, and keep working hard to improve on yourself. I know sometimes we deal with habits that takes a little bit of energy for us to overcome because they've been there for the longest time, and some of them are bad habits. Some of them are affecting the amount or the quality of the results that we are producing. But don't ever give up on yourself. Keep pushing. God has so much grace to give to those who make an effort to change their lives. And yes, of course, the grace of God can come upon you and help you to evolve and make yourself better. Today I'm looking at number 7 in our personal development cycle, and we are looking at passion. Remember what we have said. We have said, know who you are, know opportunities you have, know the talents and the competencies you have, know your efficacy stand or your effectiveness stand, and know your efficiency, know what time it is. And today we are saying all of those needs to be aligned with your passion. You need to know the area of your passion that can drive you to where you need to be. Do you know what triggers excitement for you? Do you know what triggers the best levels of adrenaline that pushes you to action even when there is fear? Those are the areas you need to focus on. We have different passions. We have different things that we love. But one of the best things about passion is its ability to drive ourselves from within, because it triggers our intrinsic locus of control, which deals with our more like our motivation, not more like our motivation to get things done. One of the difference between you becoming lazy to get things done and you getting excited to work overnight to get things done is the level of the intrinsic locus of control, how far it has been triggered. Now, passion has the capacity to trigger your locus of control, to drive you towards action. So in order for you to develop yourself, you need to do the things that you love, do the things that you enjoy doing, hang around people that you enjoy hanging over. One of the things that sometimes we do is to push ourselves into context and environment that we don't enjoy to be in. And maybe spending a lifetime in a work or a job environment that does not fulfill you and help you drive to where it is. And yes, of course, I am also a very big very big imbalance, because I know how sometimes people seems to exaggerate their lack of proficiency at the workplace with blaming the workplace and feeling like it's the wrong place. I'm not dealing with that excuse where people don't commit themselves to the workplace and deliver what is expected to them, and then they give excuses of saying this work is boring, I'm not enjoying this, while in actual fact the issue is not the passion factor, but the issue is the competencies of slackness and slothfulness that have been embraced that hinders these people to go far. But all that I'm saying today is do the things that you love. Do the things that makes you better. Do the things that you take pride on. Don't do things that you are not proud of yourself when you do them. Don't do things that seems to be taking you away from God's plan. Don't do things that seems to be taking you away from your own principles. Because you see, when we break our own principles, we also get affected in our subconscious mind and way of thinking. So take pleasure in doing things that you love and that can make you better. I'm telling you, life is much more easier when you are at the place that you have to be, and when you are doing things that you love doing, and when you are with the people that you enjoy being with. That 3 level of order is very important for your success. To be in the place that you like, to be doing the things that you like, and to be with the people that you enjoy being with helps you to be able to be your best and to deliver at your best level. I think it costs a lot of energy for you to be in a place and to do things that you don't like. It costs a whole lot of energy. You don't want to be in a place where you do something, pushing yourself, dragging yourself, and the results are never good, and the progress is never good, because you are not giving out yourself. So grow up, choose things that you enjoy doing and do them. And when you do that, you'll go far. But please be careful. Don't make changes in your life in the name of, I don't enjoy this, I hope to enjoy that, while in actual fact, your problem is your work ethic. You are a lazy person who never commit into finishing anything and who never exert himself at the highest level of their ability. One of the ways of trying yourself is learning to do your best in difficult environments where people hate you, where the environment is not good for you, and where things are made difficult for you. If you can survive those environments, then you are ready to function at a very high accelerated speed in an area where they support, the platform is good for you, and it's easier to do for you. But don't run away from the environment of training in the name of looking for a perfect environment where it's easier for everything to be done. God has brought us in the world to transform it, to create it, to align it with our own areas of interest and inclination so that we can do what we want. None of us is going to be given a perfect earth with electricity and tired roads and buildings and everything. You create the environment that can make your life to become easier. So don't run away from the school of training into assuming that things will become better when you are in the area of your passion. I always want to balance that, but I'm telling you, life is easier when you do things that you love. They may not be paying the most, but they are more fulfilling. And sometimes people want to use money for everything to make a decision over it. But I tell you, there's a strong fulfilling aspect when we do things that we love, even if they're not generating the highest of the income that the world would use as a standard. So if you want to develop yourself to improve, love what you do. Let love drive you to overcome those obstacles and those habits that might have found an abode in you. Transform yourself through love of the things that you want to do. Thank you for joining me today. Seek to like the things that you do. Love them enough that they can wake you up and cause you to do things that you never do. When you are at that place, you are ready to change the world through what you do. And works that are done with love, they have more impact. That's why God loved us. And his work, because it's based on love, it has changed us. And I tell you, your work based on love can change your country and can change all the people around you. Let's do this. Let's love what we do. Thank you for joining me today. Let's see you next time.